Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Nerd and Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about why the Flesh and Blood community is so toxic, and why I think it is. And I won't make friends with that, but I don't mind. It's whatever the fuck I want to talk about Saturday, and let me bring out the Flesh and Blood box here. Um, yeah, these are my most of my Flesh and Blood cards. I still got one or two empty display boxes full with bulk, but most of the stuff is in here. The Monarch decks I haven't played yet, but Tales of Aria already tried the pre-constructed decks, and I kind of liked them. I thought this one was stronger than the other one I tried, but yeah, this is the other one. I'm gonna take it a bit slow today, folks. I hope that's all right. And I don't want to piss anybody off just to piss anybody off, but I think it's very strange that I have the feeling the Flesh and Blood community, and yeah, we're gonna continue looking at a couple of cards, so something's happening on screen. I have the feeling that the Flesh and Blood community is very outspoken, which is good. But I also have the feeling that it's very toxic. If you have any criticism about Flesh and Blood whatsoever, and I had some, I still don't agree with the policy of printing too much Monarch boxes, too many Monarch boxes. First edition boxes, that is, and in general, it was printed. There were printed too many boxes. That was one of the few times on this channel that people actually attacked me. And there was one time I had an argument with, because this channel is it has grown organically, and I appreciate that. And that means like the people who are here want to be here. And sometimes there's a video a lot of people watch simply because I get featured in the algorithm or whatever, and a couple of Flesh and Blood videos were in there. And I did Flesh and Blood box openings in the beginning, and I had a look at Flesh and Blood Advent calendar last Christmas. Was good fun. My brother sent that over. But in general, these were the only videos that people actually attacked me. And there was one Magic the Gathering video where a guy attacked me. There was one of the shorts. He was like, yeah, this box isn't real. Haha, you're a sucker or whatever. Good. You're living on the internet. And I got a YouTube channel, so I don't fucking care. We all know how it goes. But I think it's very interesting that, especially with Flesh and Blood content, the tendency of people who are more toxic, negative towards me is higher. But all right. I want to specifically talk about these warped cards here. What's up with that? That's not even foil cards. That's very strange. Let's see if we can fix that. Why are these warped? No, I want to specifically talk about a couple of things. The box opening of open boosters, and open boosters got a box sponsored by I'm gonna open the video to have a look at the comments. Got a box sponsored one of those days, folks. It's Saturday, it's weekend, so I'm allowed to make pronunciation mistakes. I'm always allowed to make pronunciation mistakes, but especially on Saturday because it's weekend. A box was sent to open boosters, and it was like a pre-release thing. LSS has sent him an Uprising box, and he opened it and he went through it like the way he always does, like he has been doing with hundreds of Magic boxes, boosters, whatever. And he missed a couple of important cards. Don't want to go into too much detail, because that everybody can watch that, and most of you probably did, because Open Boosters is a fun channel to watch, and my viewers probably enjoy that channel as well. What I want to go into is the comments he received, and they were really, really negative, and they were actually attacking him, and he had to make a follow-up video in which he apologized. I think that's good. I mean, he could have approached it better. He could have approached it worse. I don't know. I don't care. I enjoyed the video, and I don't feel it's necessary to point out like how horrible the box opening was for me or for you or for anybody else. The comments were quite harsh, and they ruined this. He ruined the opening and the new cards. He didn't. He opened the box. He was sent a box by LSS, and he sent the box. And they should have given it to other Flesh and Blood content creators. He should have gotten into the product more. No, he just opened the box and he had to look at the cards, and he didn't know what some cards were. What's the big deal? And other content creators, that's how LSS works. I mean, they want to sell hundreds of boxes. That's why I was so critical about Monarch. And on the other hand, they choose the biggest content creator, because if you look at Unhinged Magi, and that's the Open Boosters guy as well, they were really, really critical about the print run and about the first edition amount of boxes of Monarch and Tales of Aria. But now he's getting the pre-release. Why? Yeah, because he's got 60,000 subs. That's how it works, people. This company doesn't care. It's just like Wizards, and you see that with the reprint policy. You see that with the amount of alpha boxes with the misleading information. Talked about that a lot, and I don't want to go into too much detail, but you can watch the videos if you like, and probably you won't, because if you're here, then yeah, you're probably here to complain about me complaining about the toxic atmosphere. And it's not only Open Boosters. There's KitchentableTCG, and I think Louis is one of the nicest YouTubers out there. Didn't have any personal contact with him so far, but I love his videos. He has done so much for Flesh and Blood. He was going all in. He sold his reserved list magic cards in the beginning. He loves the game. And now he's doing some MetaZoo, because nobody was watching Flesh and Blood anymore during the time when there was the big controversy about people being mad and angry, which I think a big part of people are. And of course, there are a few players that have a very loud opinion, and that's how it works on the internet, and that's fine, and they're allowed to have to, but I think you can always have a friendly conversation about stuff. But Louis was attacked as well every time he uploads like a MetaZoo video, a Magic the Gathering video. He more or less is seen as a traitor, and he's not doing Flesh. It's not a Flesh and Blood channel anymore. Somebody commented that, and you can look it up under the apology video, because Open Boosters asks if he should send out the box to a Flesh and Blood content creator, and somebody mentioned KitchentableTCG, and somebody else was like, no, that's not a Flesh and Blood channel anymore because he opens MetaZoo. That's I can't understand, folks. Why so angry? Why the hate? I was surprised, and again, for me personally, if I have criticism on Flesh and Blood, that's the only time on this channel. Some people find their way to the channel who are not regulars and don't want to be regulars, and just get mad and angry and have a lengthy discussion about. And if it's a friendly discussion, I'm totally happy with it, because I got my opinion, you got yours. Let's talk about it. Maybe I can learn something. But most of the time it's not so friendly. That's cool. Like you saw here, I got a lot of Flesh and Blood stuff. I like to play the game. I like to play it with my brother. We often prefer it above Magic, because somehow it's new and it's exciting, and one-on-one, just the two of us playing a couple of matches is good fun. Got a couple of interesting cards. Got a couple of first edition boxes. Monarch still I think I paid too much, and I think that was a misleading way to put them into the market by LSS. But hey, you win some, you lose some. That led to me not being so happy with the current dual deck. $45 for two decks. You see the dual decks here. Those are officially $12, but I got them for 8. Or $12.99 it said on the back during the video, I think. But yeah, they sold them for 8, and I don't think you have to sell a nice packaging for $45 just because you can. So I think LSS is in here to make money, which is totally fine. But they are misleading here and there, and I don't, like I said, I don't think I'll make a lot of friends with this opinion, but that's cool. I don't mind if you want to have a friendly discussion about what's going on. That's cool, but in general, let's see what the comment section does, and if there's a lot of toxic activity here as well, and probably there isn't, because they won't find their way to my small channel for this kind of video. But if, then it just confirms what I'm saying. But I was really surprised, and I don't get it. And I heard that about the Magic the Gathering community as well. But honestly, the people I met and the people I talked to, and especially I've been in contact with a couple of content creators recently, smaller ones, like around 1,000 to 3,000 subs. That's I think a nice number. I'm way below 1,000. I'm not a big content creator. I'm just a small light, and that's cool. But I have my opinion, and I'm happy to voice it. And these guys have been really nice, and the same goes for the Flesh and Blood content creators, which are some of them are wonderful, really, really nice people, very friendly. The players, not so much. And if you have something to say against the game or whatever, because I honestly think they shouldn't reprint that much, and they shouldn't print that much in general, and they shouldn't reprint a lot of the more valuable cards. I think it's very important to have a secondary market for TCG, and for one, I won't spend full price on boxes or pre-constructed decks or the new dual deck or whatever. I won't do that, because it's simply a fact that everything has gone down, and there is too much supply in the market of certain old boxes, and yeah, every interesting card that got a little bit of value has been reprinted into the ground. That's how it goes. But I guess the people that shout the loudest are heard the best. That's how it goes. Folks, I tried to approach this calmly today. Don't wanna get myself too upset about it. I had a rant video about Flesh and Blood just recently, and how they approach things, and that's cool. And again, I still like the game. That's not the problem. But not only the practices by LSS, but also the toxic community, as it seems to me. And I've seen videos of the tournaments and stuff. So don't get offended if you are a nice Flesh and Blood player. But I'm talking about the people that are very loud in the comments of other channels, or in the comments of this channel, and not very friendly, not looking for conversation, just want to hammer in their point. And yeah, if you're not one of them, and if you just enjoy the game as I do, and you still can have criticism if you enjoy something, you still can think things can be approached better, then it's totally cool, and you are totally not the ones I am talking about. Let's see what the comment section does. I'm very curious. Hope you are open for a nice conversation. Thanks for listening, folks. This is a bit of a different video today, but thanks for listening. Magic the Gathering content coming up tomorrow and next week, as well as always, of course, daily. And stay healthy, stay frosty. I'm gonna own this dramatic pause from now on. I like it. Stay healthy, stay frosty, and I talk to you next time. Bye, folks. Thanks.